Welcome back to Verbal Sparring. Today's video isn't a preview, it's not a recap because there weren't any fights to recap, and it is not my thoughts and opinions on MMA news or fight announcements because there aren't any at the day I'm recording this. But it's going to be something new here on the channel, an idea that I've had for a couple of years now and finally going to bring it to fruition and give it a try, and it is me opening UFC trading cards. The sports memorabilia and card collecting space seems to be continuously growing, kind of having a resurgence if you will. My dad personally is a huge collector and I'm nowhere near the collector that he is, but as you can see with the podcast studio in the background, I do enjoy my fair share of UFC specific memorabilia, and so I'd like to continue to try and add to that collection with some UFC trading cards. And I'd love to know from you down in the comments below if this is something that you're interested in. If this video is a success and you enjoy it, would you like to see me give this a try a few times throughout the year? And I just want to hear from you down in the comments as well on some other potential video ideas that you would be intrigued and interested in hearing, as I just want to continue to try and build this community as we are inching closer and closer by the day to the 1,000 subscriber mark here on the Verbal Sparring channel. So bear with me, this is my first time doing this. I chopped it all together as good as I could, added some music in, trying just some different things. Hopefully you all enjoy it, and if not, then this might be the only one that you see. But again, enjoy if you can. If you're interested, let me know down below. If you're an avid UFC or just sports trading card collector in general, be sure to let me know as well. Let's jump right into it, and we'll start by showing off the box, and we'll get to ripping. So first and foremost here, let's show off the box. This is the Topps Chrome 2024 trading cards. It says there are 3 Chrome refractors and 3 exclusive Sepia refractors per box. We can see there are 24 cards per box, 6 packs per box, 4 cards per pack. So let's get right into it, and I will just be transparent off the rip. I got this around the holidays in 2024, and I did open 1 pack, but it's been so long ago since I saw them that it might as well be me opening here for the first time. So we will start here with the back, and it looks like we have Dusko Todorovic, UFC middleweight. Here's the card here. It's got a little bit of that reflecting material on there. It looks like he's going up against Gregory Robocop Rodriguez in this fight. And we know that since this, Robocop has gone on to do some pretty big things, and I'm not even sure if Todorovic is in the UFC anymore. We may have something cool here. The world's champions middleweight Robert Whitaker. Let's flip this one over. Oh, how about that one with the Reaper? Topps Allen 8 Genter 2024. This is a pretty sweet looking card. Again, it's got that kind of reflection coat on there. It's Robert Whitaker. Bobby Knuckles rocking the UFC middleweight championship from back in the day. This is during the UFC Reebok era, as we can tell by those shorts there. Oh, I can see the name here on the back. Next up is Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, and this one has aged quite well. There we go here. Paddy Pimblett rocking the red shorts. Looks like he's going in for the glove touch here. I like the graphic where his hand comes up out of the actual picture. I've been doing that a lot in the thumbnails lately, actually, here on the channel as I continue to learn the graphic design side of things. Pretty standard card, however, it's cool that it is Paddy the Baddy. And last but not least, from pack number 1, it looks like we've got another middleweight. So 3 of 4 cards are 185 pounders, and it is Bruno Ferreira, who has never been in a doll fight in his UFC career thus far. Now it's time to jump in for pack number 2, and from here on out, we're actually going to be opening up the packaging here. So here we go. Here's what the pack itself actually looks like. Pretty much just mirrors what the box is. Alexander Volkanovski, Israel Adesanya, Alexa Grasso, and John Jones. Let's open it up here. Hopefully, yep, looks like we got the backs facing toward us. Dan Ige is the name I see right off the rip here. Let's see what we've got for Dan 50K Ige. Ooh, I like the style of this one. It's not the standard photograph with like the colors popping. This is kind of like a bronzy look here for Dan Ige. Oh, I like the way we're looking here. We've got some pinks, we've got some blues, a fire up card, and if I can read upside down, Charles Oliveira is what we're going to see here. And the anticipation, let's flip it over. Oh, that's pretty sick. This photo likely in one of his plethora of title fight wins in the UFC. I love the smoke design here on the bottom with the fired up, the purple background with Du Bronx. There's a little bit more of a closer up look there. I really like this card. This is definitely my favorite so far through the 2 packs. Oh, we've got the longtime UFC veteran and Ultimate Fighter alum, another middleweight making an appearance, Kelvin Gastelum. This is a pretty cool picture. Looks like this is his bout against Chris Curtis from a couple years ago that he did get the victory in. And last but not least, I see Aljo. I see Bantamweight Aljamain Sterling. Look at this card here, the head kick against Henry Cejudo in their 135-pound championship bout. Pretty standard card, but cool to have a former champion here in the pack. Now it's time to get into pack number 3. We've got 2 pretty cool cards so far. Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whittaker with the championship from a few years back, and Charles do Bronx Oliveira, the fired up card. Any sayings out there for opening packs of cards? I feel like I've heard my dad say something about, I don't know, grip it and rip it. That can't be what it is. Surely that's not what it is. Okay, it looks like we're getting our first female card of the day, and it is UFC flyweight Melissa Gatto. Another one of the bronze looking cards similar to the Dan Ige. Look, I can't quite tell who she's taking on in this bout, but Melissa Gatto, honestly, in my opinion, one of the more underrated fighters in the women's flyweight division. Just hasn't been as active over the last couple of years. Pretty cool card to start the pack. It looks like we have another one of the special edition cards. This is Bo Nickel, so tons of middleweights. It looks like this is one of the refractors. It gives a little bit of a summary here about Bo Nickel. Talks about his 3-time NCAA national championships in wrestling at Penn State. Even mentions that he got his blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in June of 2022. I didn't even know that, to be quite honest with you. Alright, this is exciting. Let's see what we get here for Bo Nickel, who could very well be a future UFC champion. Ooh, okay. Brick by brick. That's the Bo Nickel design. The brick wall in the background. Him shrugging it off after getting what I believe to be the victory at Madison Square Garden. And I say that because that's when he got a knockout with his hands. And I think he got a little bit more cocky and celebratory after that finish. I like this look of this card with the brick wall in the background, the brown, the white, and the cool text here along the left side vertically as well. Bo Nickel, the refractor card. Next up, we've got former UFC flyweight Matt Schnell, who has since retired since this pack came out. But here's the card here with him landing a vicious right hand. Again, I'm kind of new to the whole card game, but I like the look of these cards and the way that they pop out. And last but not least, how about this? The Sandman, Corey Sandhagen. We've got the vertical card this time instead of horizontal. And as you can tell there in the background, looks like he's getting ready for one of the massive UFC Apex events that we get to see these days. We're officially at the halfway point. 3 packs down, 3 packs to go. 3 pretty cool cards so far. Now let's go ahead and tear into pack number 4. The name I see off the rip is none other than George St. Pierre as we pull it out of the packaging. This could be a fun one. It doesn't look like it's a special edition or a refractor card, but still pretty cool to get a GSP. Let's see what it's looking like. Okay, it's him in his welterweight championship fight against Johnny Hendricks. A fight that many people thought that GSP should have lost, and Johnny Hendricks should have been crowned as the new welterweight champion on this night. Wish it would have been a cooler card, maybe a refractor, but still pretty neat to have a GSP, not at middleweight in his comeback against Bisping, but a throwback here against Johnny Hendricks, the fight that he had before taking his hiatus. Our first big boy card of the day. It's one half of the Taffa brothers. It is Justin Taffa with the Samoan tattoo showing strong in this one. Okay, I can get down with this. And it looks like we're staying with the big boys as we get the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, about to hit his signature celebratory move here. I like this one a lot. If only we had a little bit more background detail here to see which man he just separated from consciousness prior to doing this celebration, but still a sweet card nonetheless. And last but not least, we've got another flyweight. We've got the former title challenger, Alex Perez. A little throwback here as he is not in the Venom gear, but he's in the Reebok gear, looking like a celebratory picture here after getting a big dub. Looks like this may have been before he challenged Davison Figueiredo for the title when he was on that big win streak coming off the Contender Series. So those 4 cards there, no refractors, no special cards, so that one was just 4 standard cards. Let's hope we can get a couple more as we finish out the last 2 packs. I'm not sure if any of these packages come with like memorabilia, like a piece of the canvas, piece of their uniform, maybe an autograph. I'm not sure if that comes in any of these. Obviously, that would be really cool to get in the first time doing this. Okay, we're going to the featherweight division. I see Jamal Emmer's name showing up here at the top of the pack. Decent picture here. He's mid-head kick. Jamal Emmer's actually a pretty underrated featherweight. I believe he's on a bit of a win streak right now, if I'm not mistaken, coming off of a win not too long ago. Okay, we got some more lightweight action. We've got Mateusz Gamrot. Ooh, I like this picture. They got him popping here with the color red on the shorts. Is it sad that I can almost tell that this is the UFC Apex in the background? This may or may not have been him getting ready to take on Arman Tsarukyan in their main event a couple of years ago. Oh, this one's a good one. We got the Raw Dog Brandon Royval. This is actually a relatively newer picture. This is him taking on Alexandre Pantoja, if I'm not mistaken, before he cut off all of his hair. And it looks like we've got our first repeat of the day. We've got none other than Charles do Bronx Oliveira. This time just a standard card, but I'm never going to complain about getting 2 do Bronx Charles Oliveira cards. Come on now. So that's back-to-back packs with no refractors or anything cool. Those are all standard edition cards. Now let's jump into the final pack of the opening. Hope you guys are enjoying this as we get into the final edition. Hopefully it's not too boring. Again, I'm kind of just recording this and hoping that the editing comes out on my side. And be sure to let me know down in the comments below if you would like to see more videos like this of card openings. I found another pack of cards on Fanatics that I may dabble into buying and getting a video made on. So let me know if you want to see more of these if you're a sports collector. So let's jump right into it. The final pack of the day, pack number 6. We're starting out in the welterweight division. Themba Gorimbo. Decent picture here as he's going for the high kick. Looks like he's about to come across with the right hand as well. And Themba Gorimbo, if you do not know, was the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson guy. The Rock found him, loved his story, purchased him a house in Vegas, and got him living in the gym and took him out of there. They had a pretty beautiful story if you haven't heard it. We've got another champion on our hands, and while it's just a standard edition card, it is none other than Merab Dvalishvili as he's landing the high kick against Petr Yan in his dominant performance that he had against him a couple of years ago en route to him becoming the bantamweight champion of the world. We've got an up-and-coming strawweight who's actually coming off of a loss at UFC 313 to Amanda Lemos. It's Yasmin Lucindo, who is still in the top 10 of the strawweight division and still definitely has promise. Oh, and it's only fitting that we finish it with Cody No Love Garbrandt, him raising his hand high. A great guy that I've had the honor of meeting twice, once at UFC Columbus and another at UFC 203 way back in the day in 2016. Fun story, when we met Cody Garbrandt the first time at UFC 203 in Cleveland, Ohio, it was right before he was getting ready to take on Dominic Cruz in what would become one of the most memorable title-earning performances in UFC history, and especially in bantamweight history. On that night, Cody No Love Garbrandt may have just been the best bantamweight we've ever seen in UFC history. So let's finish it out by pulling out the cool cards that we got here. Honestly, not many great ones. We got some pretty decent names, but in terms of the cool refractor style cards, we had 3 of them, and I'm going to lay them out here. So first up, we had the Robert Whittaker picture here, the refractor with the really cool design. Obviously him when he was still the champion. I really like just the look and feel of this card with that border around him, picture frame vibes. The coolest card of the opening was absolutely the fired up Charles do Bronx Oliveira with the purple background, the smoke rising from the top, the cool background texture as well with the purple and blue. And the last refractor was the Bo Nickel brick by brick card with the really cool vertical text here and the brick wall in the background. Let me know if you have any of these 3 cards in the comments down below. So that is going to be it for today's video, the Topps Chrome 2024 box opening for the UFC trading cards. Again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If it's something that you want to see more often on the channel, especially during the off weeks of the UFC, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below, alongside any other potential video ideas that you are interested in seeing, as I just want to continue to grow this community of passionate mixed martial arts fans. And if you're new to Verbal Sparring and you're just now discovering the channel, not only do we do special videos like this, we do monthly State of the UFC check-ins with all of the fight-by-fight statistics, and we do weekly breakdowns of all of the biggest and best fights, alongside recaps of the most meaningful results from each card, and I give my thoughts and opinions on MMA news and fight announcements. You can join the community on social media at Verbal Spar MMA on X, Instagram, and TikTok, and you can follow on your favorite audio listening platforms such as Spotify and Apple, where podcast episodes release every Monday and Friday. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.